Hey guys, I haven't done a video obviously in a long time. I got engaged. I've been a little busy. Life's been good, but professional wrestling, a little hit or miss. I've wanted to do videos a few times, but nothing's really compelled me to do videos. Except for I have two things now, or three actually. First of all, you have WrestleMania, and normally it would be WrestleMania like it's WrestleMania, and you get excited. You're like it's gonna be 80,000 fans, it's gonna be crazy, it's gonna be loud. Yeah. Problem is the price tag for watching it on television, not live on television. 69.95. Are you fucking kidding me? $70 for a pro wrestling television show. Is Caitlyn gonna come over and make me dinner and blow me? Is Fandango gonna dance for me in my living room? I mean, this is crazy. You can't expect anyone to want to pay this. I don't know if it's because Vince McMahon lost his friggin' mind, but yeah, ridiculous. On the positive side, Bob Backlund and Bruno Sammartino and Mick Foley are finally getting in the Hall of Fame, and that's good news for any true fan of professional wrestling. I, I can only get so mad. For the WrestleMania card, we have Ryback versus Mark Henry. Just a big old school pick him up, throw him down, beat him up, kick his ass, split his wig type of match, and I'm excited. This is good old simplicity at its best. This is simple yet effective, not simple to the point of being fucking stupid. Jack Swagger, which is another match. Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio, which is basically just without Ricardo Rodriguez, it's Alberto Del Cricket. Uh, yeah, I like Del Rio, and this could, possibly be a good match, but Jack Swagger is so stiff and unnatural and clunky and just, it's almost like he's new to being a human. I don't think that guy can eat right. There's just something unnatural and weird about him. It reminds me of The Miz a little bit. Except for The Miz actually talks, which is bad. I would rather have someone not be able to talk than someone think he can talk and talks despite not knowing how to talk. Really? Speaking of The Miz, he's not on the main card for WrestleMania, which that's a plus. Don't have to see him drag Antonio Cesaro down to that level. Of course, Cesaro's not on the card either, which is a disgrace. He's better than at least 80% of the guys on that card, straight up. But whatever, man. You can't win them all. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of excited for Jericho versus Fandango. I like that he's not wrestling. That's kind of his thing. He refuses to wrestle until WrestleMania. It kind of makes him bigger. It's bigger attraction. But his ballroom dancer gimmick, it's, it's pro wrestling, not pro wrestling circa 1994. Oh man, screw the gimmick. The match is going to be good. Johnny Curtis is a capable worker, and Chris Jericho, I mean, against someone capable, phenomenal. He could take someone who's a joke and make the match good. So, yeah, this could actually be the match of the night, surprisingly. We have Dwayne The Rock Johnson versus John Cena. Yes, I'm a fan of John Cena. No, I'm not a fan of The Rock. I got excited when he first came back last year, but then he got in the ring, and every match he's had has been just, even with Punk doing the carry job, and Cena doing the carry job, and he just does spots. He's not a good storyteller. He never was, never will be. He had good chemistry with Austin and maybe a couple other guys, but he just as his alone, stand alone, The Rock is not a good wrestler. and he's an okay promo. Sometimes he's good. Other times he's garbage. Depends on his writers, I guess, because obviously that shit doesn't come from him. Um, yeah, so I'm not sure what else we have on this card. Let's see. Undertaker versus CM Punk, the streak. Undertaker, he doesn't have to say anything. He just has to do a few things. Punk's under his skin. It looks like he's vulnerable for the first time, I don't know, since Orton faced him. I think it was in 2006, which is good. And Punk's a lot better than Orton. So, hey, I have faith that Punk can save this match. But Undertaker is beat up, man. He was beat up when he faced Michaels. That was his last good match against Michaels at WrestleMania 26. His match against Triple H, both of them, as Bret Hart pointed out, 4 out of 10. And I firmly believe that. Even I kind of initially almost enjoyed the Hell in a Cell, but I don't know. You go back and watch it, and you're like, the Shawn Michaels thing. It was like watching a bad soap opera. Um, we have, speaking of bad soap operas, Triple H is wrestling. Brock Lesnar. I say stuff about Triple H, but this feud is actually, it's been pretty decent. Paul Heyman related mostly, but um, we had Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. That's it's an exciting match, and I'm kind of excited for it because their SummerSlam match, despite what the majority of you said, was masterclass. It was basic psychology. Everything mattered. You you hear good announcers like JBL and JR when they're on commentary. They talk about no wasted motion. There's These aren't the type of wrestlers who hit you with a big high spot and then slap on a fucking side headlock or a wrist lock. These guys know what they're doing, and hey, I'm kind of hoping it's more of a fight than a wrestling match, to be honest. As long as it's logical. Logic. Now, I know it's not a huge thing for you guys because you're like, oh, spot. But some of you understand professional wrestling, and it's got to be logical. If you watch it and you're like, yeah, that would happen in a real fight. If you say that, they're not doing their job. If you believe it's a real fight or you're pissed off at it because it makes sense, that doesn't make sense. So just study the Masters and have faith in Brock Lesnar because he's a hell of a hand. And unlike Dwayne, he brings it every time. He fights like it's to the death in there. And yeah, there's a couple more matches. Team Hell No, obviously, Daniel Bryan and Kane are facing Big E Langston in his WrestleMania debut match, and Dolph Ziggler with AJ Lee. I'm sure this match is going to be okay. I'm actually kind of hoping Ziggler cashes in because Del Rio is bombing as a good guy, and Jack Swagger is more likely to take off and fly through the ceiling with fucking angel's wings than he is to get a good reaction of the crowd. So, yeah, Jack Swagger failed. You buried him to death. You buried him alive, and then you dug him up and you expected him to be popular, and it didn't work, and your Uncle Zeb thing backfired. Call it quits. And I might have missed some other matches. There's a possibility of Caitlyn and AJ. AJ can wrestle. Caitlyn is she's obviously not been wrestling that long. I'm not trying to insult her, but I mean, she has a good look. She has power, but she doesn't grasp basic psychology. So she's not that good of a wrestler. She's like the anti-Jake Roberts, if you will. If you will. Yeah, that's my WrestleMania preview. I am most looking forward to Mark Henry and Ryback. And also, sorry, I forgot, The Shield versus Big Show, Sheamus, and Randy Orton. Very much looking forward to that. Big Show's been great, and the Shield hasn't messed up since. Why would they now? Since they started, I should say. Yeah, so WrestleMania is going to be live on pay-per-view, not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday, and I will be watching Game of fucking Thrones. Peace.